Brothers, I give you props today for being the best man you can. You helped out. You did your best. You gave a lending hand. Sometimes you help people band together, but you stayed that same man. No matter how many times they tried to push you away, you stayed. No matter how many times you kept going, you pushed through. And they kept pushing you away. Why? We would never know. Now I was getting old. I can keep blaming it on Willie Lynch, whatever, the Nazis, anti-Semitism, religion, but I'm at an age no longer where I'm programmed. I blame myself, but I don't really blame me. I did the best I can do. All I can do is be me. From 8 now to 37, I really didn't change my mind. The one day I was looking out the window, I was looking at everybody. One thing that blew my mind was my neighbor daughter was with a guy. He was decent size. She was real thick, and I thought she was beautiful. That was like one of them situations where you say, when I get older, she could be my wife. But then when you get older, you say, she can't be my wife. You know what she allowed herself to be? She got abused. I know that's a past history of her mother and father. Or maybe she's saying, I didn't ever see her father holler at her mother at all. I never seen them fight. Maybe that's weird. So I was wondering where she got that from. Those not the same parents, the same patterns from her parents. So I don't know where she learned to love abuse. So I can say the same thing. My mother didn't teach me, show me, guide me, nurture, foster, and breed me how to hate African Descendant women. As I got older. Okay, I can understand the little girl. What I paid attention to, her siblings was beating on her or abusing her in some sense. It may not have been, there's levels of abuse. Then she would abuse me. Thought she liked me, maybe she did, but that was her only way of showing affection. I remember as a little kid, I was outside at the park. I came down the slide, there she was standing in front of me. She just stared at me, I looked at her, then she just hit me and ran back to the house. Yeah, we can say that's children love. But then I paid attention one day. I seen how her brother and sister, I think I was around 7 or 8, treated her. So guess what? She was going to pass that along. That's why we call those generational curses. She just passed it on to me. But think something at that time, because I didn't believe in God, or I call him the creator now, that I didn't take on what she was doing to me. So imagine that same abuse they was giving her, she gave to me. Now today, at 37, I give to women. I can honestly say, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Please shock me down and strike me, as we say. I never cheated on a woman. If something is wrong right now, stop this live, take me out. If the creator don't take me out, that's how I hold it. My word is bond. I don't say I swear. I don't swear on nothing. My word is bond. That's more. If your word is bond and something happened, you said the wrong thing, oh, I feel bad for you. Because that, we call it karma. I ask people this. There is good karma, right? Okay, this is karma. All karma is your energies coming from the actions that you did throughout whatever you plan to do. So if you somebody asked you to do something and you did it, and you went to their house and did a good deed, but during that time, so what energies did you show? But you stole from that person. You stole their watch, or you sold it. So even in your good deeds, where did all that bad energy go? See, people say, what is evil? Evil to me is making decisions over and over again that is going to be, 1, detrimental, too harmful, and 3 can kill you. No, I don't mean 3 decisions. I mean, under those, after a while, I'm going to call you evil. If I know a decision I made will hurt children, you're evil. If I know a decision, if I tell people that's in the military or the police force or anything that's being governed, and I can make a better decision, say, I don't have to kill people. I don't have to go to war. No, let's forget war happened. Let's forget that a race of people always love war. So now they're in a position, they're not subjugating me, African descendant women that say this bullshit. They're not subjugating me. They took out the men long time ago. See, nobody talks about the true history of how slavery started. I'm going to help you out real quick. If you didn't understand roots, Kunta Kinte, I keep asking you this. How old was Kunta Kinte? He wasn't a man. You're going to say, well, there was other men. What age was those men that we were looking at started being slaves? Wasn't they slaves at birth? Then you would say their father. So that means men up. No, you know what they did? And this came through the spirit. If you don't want to believe me, then how come you believe Adam and Eve? It's okay to believe Adam and Eve. I'm not saying women caused the problem. Because we was told directly by the man this. Now I'm going to say this. This is why I don't blame no one. If I was told directly by the Creator, you can do all these things, but be mindful. Do not do this one. See, this one, I'm going to show you, but this is not, give it time. It was a trial. See, this is our trial. I told you not to do it. I don't care what he told that man. I don't care what your mother or father told your brother or your sister. They told you. When I was given the chance to watch my brother and sister, my mother and father told me, this better not happen. You are accountable and responsible. I'm going to give you these duties. Already gave them their duties. They got their chores. Most such as, I hope you finish your chores before them, because then you can watch over the other duties a little better. Because when you walk away, best believe, whoever you're watching over, so that man was watching that woman. When he walked away, see, he still had to do his chores and duties. That's when whatever it was took advantage of her. They took advantage of the women. Look at the situation now. We say, why are we competing with our women? The same. I'm going to use our women in quote unquote in this case. And this wordage in statement I'm making or comment I'm making to you or auto recording. They took our women, not because we allowed them, because we was given directions. Now, women, if you want to blame me, come with me with some logic and we can talk. Just don't blame me. Now, since there's 7.5 billion people on this earth, let's say 300, 400, 700 million. I said billion people, 7.5 billion. So it's 300 million of African descendant of African people on this earth. If I was given a duty, so when Brother Malcolm said, rest his soul, said black women, quote unquote, are the most unprotected, most unloved. This was between the 50s and the 60s where he got his information from and what he lived through, which is true. Because at that time we were going to war. See, we went to duty, and this is why we find blame on each other. Since y'all don't want to listen, y'all want to listen to every scholar. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I study too. I didn't just listen to what a so-called scholar or philosopher or African historian said. Or since I don't change my name. No, you know why I don't change my name? I grew up hating my name. My name is Otha. Otha Williams Jr. I hated that name. I was picked on because of my name. Not because the same race kids. I understand that part. Because I remember a woman said, I said I wanted to name, I thank you that I don't have children yet. Because I found the love by the age of 24 for my name. I had researched my name. It came from a Roman Empire name, which is crazy. I should be for the Roman Empire right now. I should be prospering in this Roman and British Empire, this new world order, this supreme order. Rule right now, right? No, because I'm not going for it. I have my own money. I was a king. So Otha, O-T-H-O, which is pronounced O-T-H-E, like the word the, T-H-E, Otha. I am a king. It means brave. Otha means brave king. See, I put the king part because my name, the original first name came from a king. His name was Otho, but my father say Otha. He from here. So I'm a junior. I want to name my son the third, not so much. And I respect the spirituality, but in my heart and all hearts and all spirit, I want to name my son after me, like George Foreman. You know why I'll name my son after me? Because my son is going to have my namesake. I want my son to have all the honor of me. He don't got to die for you. I don't want him. But I want him to uphold good, positive, moral values and ethics. And when he hear about his father, and I apologize to you, Miss Elizabeth Beatty, for lying to her and saying I cheated on her. Didn't cheat on her. But not being funny. That's why when I look at women, when I say this, women don't have discernment. She didn't even discern that I was lying. But she did. Remember that movie with Jason Weaver when the girl came on BT a lot? Wanted to see if he was cheating. So she hired this service. I cannot recall that lady. I got to remember her. She is so beautiful that played that part. But the lady ended up finding out, he ended up finding out that his girlfriend, because she wanted to marry him, hired the lady. And so he found out. So he started playing that game. Then he set him up and brought him up. Well, he didn't set him up. He figured her out and brought them to the restaurant and said, I know your game. That's the same thing that Elizabeth tried to do to me. And I told her, Elizabeth, stop. When I first met her, this is not to diss her. This is the pain and anguish that I had to go through from what Elizabeth was struggling with. And I was willing to go with it. Well, Elizabeth didn't trust me. But the crazy part, you can ask her everything I'm telling you. If you ever met her. And the things that we've been through when I first met her, I was fighting through it to talk to her. I don't know why. At this time, I was living at the Ultimate House, homeless. And things she said to me, it hurt me. Talking as, oh, you getting money from the military now. That's free money. That's what you're supposed to get. I said, okay. I said, wow. I said, do you understand? I talked to her, but sometimes I don't even mention something because she would say things and it'd be hurtful, and I didn't even go through the talks with her no more about it, because to me, even me help showing her my pictures of me going to war, the people, the guys, I got pictures, and she said I don't deserve that money. I wasn't supposed to get that money, basically. That's saying I worked at a company that offered this after you retire based on your services. I got paid based on my services. That's why when a lot of you women say I'm the same as every man, I say I'm not. I made my decisions and I live with them. I don't regret anything I've done in my life. But I'm not going to just allow you to blame African Descendant men, because I am being responsible for African Descendant men. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to you to call you a hoe because you in the flock of hoes. Not fair to call you Just because you day out of your race, to say that you hate me. I know that's maybe a good, just as anything, a good 1% that's doing different. That don't mean they don't hate you. But I know for a fact that African descendant women do allow other race men to treat them differently when they do. And African descendant men do too. We treat each other differently. We got it. But you can't tell an African descendant man, oh, he treat that other race woman different. Is he not in a relationship with her? I can't say, oh, she treat that African descendant man think that other race treat the other man different. Is she not in a relationship with him? Are you not supposed to treat them good? I don't know. I don't think we understand that's why we all jacked up. We don't understand the word relationship. See, when I talk about that, I'm crazy. And like not being funny while I don't listen to women. Because sometimes women, you don't make sense. You cannot justify me for all men. No, you cannot stigmatize and stereotype me for all men. Well, all the dudes that I know that died in my rest their soul, they didn't go to the military. They wasn't always trying to uphold the role model. I wasn't either, but so I'm going to use this word. No. Self-cognitively, because it's C-O-G. I'm not using C-O-N words. Not a trick or a con. Self-cognitively, I made the choice in my head. You know why? My father, he was there. I used to love, this is one joke we was talking about. My father, when he used to drink when I was younger, it was kind of good when he would drink. So I remember one time he gave me money. Then one time he questioned me. I told him, yes. He said, what'd you do with the money? I spent it, which I did. He gave me $60. I think I just gave him 10 back or something. So we just equalized it and said, give me 10 back. And that was the only time. And after that, I was a little bit of age to understand. I said, I don't want to take money from him. And not being funny, not to diss my father. He was borderline abusive to me. If your children is struggling with anything, don't hit them. I told that to it don't make them tougher. It don't. Yes, I can do math till this day. I was always good at spelling. I didn't do things growing up because I told my father and mother they didn't show up. I tried out for basketball and had a game. I played good. I stopped playing because I didn't feel the support. But you know what's funny about that? When I went around guys to play basketball, they can say, you love a lot of them, especially guys that was older than me, even if it was like 4 or 5 years older than me. They say, you play basketball better than me. They say, you're doing all the things that I don't do. I remember one guy said, I can tell you love basketball. And I didn't know what that meant. Every time I heard that, I was told by, the gentlemen, they wasn't all older, like elder. Only one guy was, you can tell, was at least close to 15 to 20 more years older than I was at that time. Probably still is now, you know what I'm saying? He said, you just love it. I can see it. Imagine if, now this can sound funny. Imagine if I was supported. And this is not to diss my family. This is to help you too. So you think it's stupid that your son want to be doing ballet. I'm not saying he gay. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do ice skating, which I still haven't ice skated. And I wanted to, what else I wanted to do? I wanted to do hair. But everything I was told, I didn't tell people, I was told that was gay. That was gay. I'm not gay. I love women. I'm not being nasty. The vagina tastes great. I remember the first time the girl told me to do it, I said, no, I'm not. I'm not looking at. Look at it. Got white stuff, is wet. I'm not looking at. And that was my first experience. Just like lick it to stick it. I was like, well, I don't want to stick it. You asking the person that never had sex to lick it? I'm not looking at. I guess from day one of sex, I've never been that enthusiastic about certain things, but I would do that for the right woman. I'm not eating no booty. I'm not doing a lot of no crazy stuff that I be seeing people doing. And like not being nasty again, I don't care for head. I don't care for oral sex. If a woman do it, she do it. She don't, I'm not going to force her to. That's not something I worry about. Sex is great with the right person, but just random sex, that never was, I was never about random sex. Even if, just say if I did pay for it, I still, to me, I don't say random. I wanted to be with that woman, put it that way. I wanted to keep that woman. If I gave you a couple dollars for sex, I wanted to keep having sex with her. If I was trying to be with her, I wanted to, let's say if I did have one, I never had that. I was always, maybe it was, but that's why it didn't work out. Never been over a year relationship. But all these things have affected me in my decisions making process. Remember, I seen a picture of a child. It was an empty vessel. On the right side of the child, it was love, affection, and compassion. Full, different colors. Love was pink, affection was yellow, and compassion was like green or red or purple. I think it was purple. And hatred was let's say hatred was yellow. Affection was a different color, was orange or something. Hatred was yellow. The empty vessel of the baby was like the shape of a baby, like not a baby when a baby first come out, but it was just sitting there, and it was just pouring all the yellow liquid of hatred in that baby. Right. Pour all the hatred into me. Right. As a baby. An empty vessel. Right. Pour all that hatred into your daughter. Right. An empty vessel. Tell your daughter. Don't show your daughter her history. Don't show your son his history, gentlemen, men, brothers, sisters. No. Just pour all the things that hurt you. You've been raped. Just say every black man is a piece of shit. Pour all that hatred into her. Pour it in her. Please pour it in her. Put that pain in her that you've been through. Pour it all in her. Pour all in him. Tell him he's a man as a 6-year-old boy calling him a man. Pour that hatred in him. You supposed to be tough. See, my father didn't do that. My mother didn't do that. Keep pouring that hatred into them. And no, you can't do that. Keep cutting off. This is the other one that they, imagine now a child with wings. Keep clipping at their wings. Don't let them fly. I'm not saying don't guide them and nurture him. No, there are some things that is wrong. It is wrong to show a kid that is okay to be sexual at 8 years old. That is very wrong. An unnurtured mind. I don't care how mature you think a child is, that is so wrong. It is so wrong to say that's normal. It's wrong. That hurt my heart when I see gay kids. I don't care. I'm sorry. This is not a diss at you gay people. That hurts my heart when I see kids that are gay. A baby. So I see a 7-year-old. When people talk about, oh, no, I was born gay. Well, I'm going to talk for you real quick. No, you wasn't. Somebody hurt you. You was poured all this demonic perversion into your spirit. Your mama was out there sexing women. Your daddy was having sex with men. You became a vessel that these spirits took over. See, you may not want to believe in demons and spawns. You the spawn of that demon spirit. Not you. You're not evil. There's nothing wrong with you for being gay. That spirit of gay is what's wrong, not with you. Let me get that back up. That gay spirit is not wrong of you. That spirit is wrong in you. That gay spirit of you is not wrong. That's in you. That spirit of gayness is wrong. So you can say, no, love is, I can't love you. I can't treat you good. I don't have your greed. We want to talk about racism too? Come on. You attack the person. My first day I experienced racism, dude was mad at me, about to stab me. I'm looking at him. What you mad at me for? I don't even know you. But now that I got our experience, called nigger. Last year was my highest number of being called nigger. Last year, 2018. 22 times by other race people. I'm going to get to us real quick, but let me hold on. But I didn't build hatred in me. I'm not walking out there, oh, I've been called nigger. 6 things thrown at me. Other race, white, whatever, they look pale, Caucasus people, Euro people, said, called, and physically, things done to me 5 times. Was it 5, 6 times? Because this year is already 5 times. That's crazy. 22. This year was called me nigger 14 times. That's amazing. And they want my actions to be all jolly. The people, a guy I met in face real life, not online. Online, they love to say, I feel bad for you, and I'm racist. Yes. Call the guy that's experienced racism racist. Call me racist. Call me because I say all white people are racist. If you're not racist, you want to check. They want to say something to me. I say, wow. I say it's easy. And somebody was saying this. One of my lovely ladies that I channel. Makes sense. That's why I say I listen to women. I say sometimes your logic is off, but this was good. Even on Twitter, I follow these women. I gotta get a Twitter account just to follow this one woman. She was making sense. And I love sense. I love putting things together that go together, not taking me away from it. And she said, what'd she say? It was more lines like, not to quote her, let's not get at the person. Go after the symptoms. So if I get sick and the element of cold get in my chest, we're not going to go after the cold. Let's go after the element. So we want to get rid of the cold, but we're not going to attack the cold that's inside my chest. We're going to attack everything that's outside with the cold, the symptoms of the cold. That's what we're doing. Attack me. The one that said, I'm not racist, but you didn't say nothing to your... Remember, my mother is alive. Their grandfather is alive. This is why to me, racism is just as strong as anything else. Those men are alive. They had children. Okay, you people when I go out your race, just like Arabic people, they alive. Them Arabic people, the Middle Eastern people, the Middle Eastern people and the Asian people are still alive. The Hispanic people that treated this way is still alive too. That beat up your grandmother and grandfather and rape. They had children, right? We pass down generational curses. What do they pass down? So when you go out of your race and you badmouth an African Descendant Man, I look at you, African Descendant woman, and vice versa. But since I'm a man, I'm going to talk to the woman. But I'm talking to you too, man. When you badmouth me, this is a black and white book. Is that white any better than that black on this book? We call us black, so let's say black. So let's forget that every white part in this book don't have the good heart. Every black part don't have a bad heart. But let's say every black part in this book have a bad heart, and all the white parts have a good heart. But somehow I'm only bad and I'm only demonized because of a black man did something to you. It didn't do nothing. And a white man did something to your sister, but he didn't do it to you. Come on now, walk with me real quick. But the black man is only bad. That white man not bad though. Let's forget that history, but only remember mine. I'm the only one that hurt you. But hold on, I never hurt you. Right. Got you. Good. So I get a thumbs, and Nazi, they get a thumbs. It's a sideways thumbs. Go study that. But I am the problem for all African descendant way. Then when you talk to me, you use a statistic. Okay. So just as much as I do, they do too, right? Okay, all right. They don't do that? Oh, they don't? Oh, okay. They don't do it at all? Okay. No. That was only one white guy? Oh, that was only one white woman? Oh, okay, brothers. Oh, she didn't? Oh, okay. She loved black men? No, she don't. Okay, now where I'm getting at is, you want to check me. But I ask white people, how many times do they check their grandfather when he kept calling me a nigger in front of their face and I wasn't there? This is what I did with my brother when I came home from the. I didn't know my brother. I love my brother, and I can't say I'm a big brother. And when my brother did things, I said I was shocking because I was like, we wasn't raised that way. But he was hanging out with these guys, and one time, his friends, I checked them, and okay, y'all can say, okay, you look at booty shaking videos, I'm single now. I'm not making no. I sometimes I don't look at booty shaking as bad. Sometimes I don't think blonde hair is bad. But in most occasions, I'm looking at the woman though. I look at how that woman carry her. So I watched a woman on Instagram. I told her, I said, I'm not dissing you or talking bad. I said, you look so uncomfortable doing them. Certain pictures, I said, you sexy. I said, you can put a booty shot out. But I said, this one right here, I said, look at your face in that picture. Maybe I don't even know her. And she deleted the picture eventually. She has a daughter. I said, now that one is okay. That's sexy. Okay, you show a little booty. Okay, it sounds funny. She busting it open in one picture. I said, that's not bad. And so another woman got at me. She said, what's the difference between her being naked and me being naked? I said, you ask yourself that. I'm just looking at the pictures. What I get out of them. And I said, if you are really comfortable, that's how I know you. That's how I know this was another lady. That's how I said these African descendant women. One was African and one was American African descendant. And I said, you know why you're talking to me? I was trying to. I say, okay, I'm good. She was like, she just had a question. I said, see what you're doing? You feel some type of regret of what you're doing. I said, this is why. And she wanted to bring up the women, her family was married, messing with men, or they not married, messing with married men. I said, it's not about them. I said, they got to see their wrongs. I said, you got to right your wrongs. You got to live your wrongs, not them. You're not living their wrong. They got to live those wrongs. I said, I'm talking about you. And you know why I'm so adamant? I do this to myself. I didn't want to see my brother think it was okay to whistle at a chick and just because her nipples was hard and she ain't had no panties on to show some disrespect. In her mind, that was flattery. And then he got it. I said he got it. At first I started off kind of mean, then I looked at him, I said, I gotta be mean. I just said, brother, don't do that. I said we don't do that. I said we Williams, man. It's just bad. He started laughing. I said it's bad enough our uncles do it. That's what my uncle showed me. Look at women asses. Oh, I may talk to men now. Man, pussy to them is a quest. It's a conquest. It's a conquest. It's my destination, but that's not the only thing. No, I don't have it all. But look how we treat each other. It's funny when I see, okay, let's say social media some people they be on social media, but a lot of people shouldn't be on it. That's how you stop acting. If all your talking points is social media, then people like, well, offline people I know don't act like this. Well, it's something that they do that naturally a lot of us do as African descendant people because of the history. So when you want to deem me bad, but not the other race men bad, I find that very comical. They got a history of it, but we don't pull out their history. I don't have a history of knowing you, but you love to bring out history that's not even about me. I wonder. We call Kanye West crazy. Yeah, we call everybody crazy that makes sense. See, if you listen to what Kanye West said, he said those slaves chose to be slaves. Because now at 37, I got what he meant when he said it. But now I really know what it meant. I choose. But you know why I've talked about this today? Thank you for listening for this long. You know why I'm bringing this up? Because I was in my heart yesterday. I was just sitting here. I said, I made my choices, but my heart started thumping. I said, you know what is hard? And it's always been this way. Every time I start doing something, it's not my mentality that's in slavery. It's my heart. I'm hurt. That at 37, that I gotta work super hard, but I persevered. I don't get no points. See, we'll say you get points. You don't get no points for that. Thank you, ladies. No, I don't get no points for treating you with respect. I say I had to think about when I said I never lived with a woman. I never officially lived with a woman. I let women stay with me. I gave them a place to stay. I remember I was homeless. Women I knew didn't give me a place to stay. They didn't even give me a couple dollars. But the way I get treated by the same race women, and they say I should protect them and put my life in danger. And I do my best. I help out women that I don't know. I send them money, or if they're in my city, or if I can give them some information, I give a helping hand. But I'm quick to be dismissed. You get with another race man, he buy you a car. He not caring about your history of who you are. He don't have to. When the African Descendant Man speaking about, I don't build nothing, but yet I'm single, but I have to fight just to build a business, because I don't know anything about building a business. I don't know nothing about the law. I got to go read the law because I don't want to be shut down and in prison. See, that's why I said I'll never be in jail or in prison, because I don't have a car yet. I'm happy I don't. I've probably been in jail and prison by now. So when my brother got his car, they kept bothering him. Couldn't help it, but it was in his heart. The car he wanted was an Impala. He loved those type of cars. See what I'm saying? That's in his heart. It's in his heart. You can't change that. Kept bothering him. Been in trouble already. So the Creator just slowed him down and made him hurt his heel. Sound funny, but when he did that, it seemed like he got time to recollect. Whatever he'd been through, he had to go through. I couldn't tell him what to do. He made it through. Now he understand. I showed my brother many things. I remember when he got his car. I said, the Creator gave it to me in the spirit. Say, watch out for the lady that you were with. She gonna hurt you, brother. I said, I'm not cursing you. I'm showing you what he's showing me, because I want you to be aware and prepared, brothers. That hurt. But then tell me I'm not good enough. I'm not eligible. I'm not a husband. I'm all these things. But even I show my best I can be. So that's why, women, I don't cuss you out, women. I should, right? I should say fuck you, call you bitches and hoes, and treat you like sluts. I should bring all these women that just want to have sex to my house and fuck them, right? That's what I should do, right? I'm single. Should treat them like shit. Nah, you know why I don't do that? Because it goes back to what Benny and I said. I want to be able to sleep at night. I didn't understand that. Her taking that abuse, my neighbor daughter. To this day, she told me some stories. She came over, did my mother hair. I still don't understand it. So I asked her, why do you? I ask women, and a lot of women that know me, I ask them question. Why you accept that? And when I was with Elizabeth, when I was treating her bad, I even told her. For like 2 weeks, I said, I'll treat you like shit, Elizabeth. I wasn't texting you back. I wasn't returning your calls. And then it seemed that she started loving me more. I did so much for her, but it wasn't enough. But you know why I stopped 2 relationships? It could have been great. If you ever had a heartache or heart pain of love not being there, that's what it was. I stopped talking to her and another lady named Stephanie. Couldn't do it. Stephanie was the first woman that I was with. I don't know why I even accepted her at all. She lived in another county, lived in a different county, but it was only 30 minutes away. I would go to bus to go see her. That's when the Greyhound had the passes. A 7-day pass for $24, 7 days. So I can use it today and use it 5 months, 2 months. It's a time frame, but I think within a year. But in a year, I'm going to go see somebody I do a long distance relationship. That was cool. 27 days for $24, one of those. I thought that was a good price. And She wasn't doing right by me. Coming to see you, she's still talking to other dudes. Three-waying me, and I'm like, wow, I can hear it. And I told her, he got off the phone, said, you had me on three-way to dude. Who is these dudes? Going on a date and then taking a picture. I said, I'm better than that. That's why I said, when I catch women using me, I stopped. People are like, oh, you never went through. No. You can't tell. I'm not going to go out there and buy you things. And this is why I do what I do. Respect me. I don't want to pay for nothing in no beginning of nothing for no woman. But sometimes I forget because of my admiration. But if I can see it distinct, but and this funny part, all the women that did, the more recently did talk to me and we going out. I had an African Descendant woman say, well, if he ain't paying, he my friend. Cool, I'm your friend. Then we don't have nothing. I don't have, the basis of a relationship is friendship too. That means you respect that person for who they are. But I'm not being respected for who I am. You're only going to put me in a certain placement of a man because that's what you want to see from me. That's not fair. I didn't ask anything for you. When I let them women, I didn't ask nothing. I just said, can you just clean up? After a while, it was the only thing I asked. I didn't even make it known. But then I said, I just want you to clean up. I was like, I didn't know that I had to ask you that. Just clean up after yourself. If you make eggs, you can't just leave eggs in the pot. Eggs mess up things. You ever got egg on the car, egg on paint? It's horrible. Let's rinse it out. You ain't got to clean it. Let's do certain things. I'll do the rest. No, I couldn't even get that. I got the battle. She said I was controlling. I'm controlling because you will come out of the shower and then somehow you will have talcum powder on your feet and your footprints is on the ground. And I met dudes that had women that lived with them. Even one of the chicks that did come to find out, stay with the dude, he got her pregnant. I didn't have sex with nobody. It's like, so a woman stayed with you for 8 months and you ain't had sex? No. African Descendant woman. People say, well, they're the wrong woman. They're the wrong women. So if you one of those women listening, I can't make my gesture or my talking points after just those 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women. No. Been in 6 I can't, out of my 6 getting to know, because a man said he got books older than, he got drawers, he got socks older than my relationships. Saying, man, a year ain't nothing. But I've known her for 4 or 5 years. He got that. He's like, I get it. I get what you're saying, brother. Said, but a year ain't nothing. Y'all wouldn't even, that ain't nothing. That's not a relationship. So basically then, I respect him. So I say, basically, out of 6 relationships I thought were relationship, I've never been in a relationship. So many things that African Descendant women have done and said to me. I don't take it out on you. I love you. I think you sexy. Now I'm called creepy for, if I think she beautiful and you beautiful, I'm single. You single? If you don't, so I'm going to keep it moving. But I'm going to always say you beautiful. I think you beautiful. To me, only time an African, and it's in my blood. And you know what hurts sometimes? But I had the creator say, no, don't worry about it. Ben told me many a times, don't worry about a woman. That don't mean we're not going to have a woman. Don't worry about one. But I didn't listen. But I never did nothing in my own way. And even by the age of 25, I said, creator, by 27, 28, when I started using it, by 30, before I used to have that mentality, thank you, but I didn't give thanks to the spirit or the creator. I was learned about my spirituality. And not being funny, my spirituality was stronger before I started reading the Bible. And it can sound funny to any person. Maybe it wasn't stronger. Maybe it wasn't executed. I was just free in it. Remember I was talking about how, of course, a child going to get different leeway. But I'm not no longer a baby. I'm single. I got to protect myself. I got to provide for myself. So I am a man. So when the same race women say, you a broke ass nigga, I said, okay, I'm broke. If you calling me surviving broke and doing my best of things I never know, I'm a broke ass nigga then. Thank you, women. If I'm not eligible for you, don't matter how much love I get, then I'm not eligible. Maybe African descendant men and women shouldn't get married. Like how we say we go our own way, maybe we should take some drugs and take one of those pills. Hopefully that we die for our children can live. And I don't even have a child. I think more about children sometimes than the parents do. I had parents tell me, it would battle me. I said, I'm not battling you. Just as you do what you do in your relationship, I do what I do with my relationships and my singleness. No, if you don't got nothing good, you don't care what I say, you don't care. I know you care because that's why you battling what I'm saying. It's like a person said, I can't tell my 7-year-old wants something. I say, you don't have to. I guarantee you, if I have a 7-year-old son, he's not going to be doing that. Me. That's what I say, no, me. And whatever you do with your child, that's what you do. I can't dish you for your child. I cannot. I cannot dish you for your child. That's your child. You birthed that child. You live with that child. But all I can say is, make sure that's healthy. Like, as in yesterday, my neighbor and her daughter, like the TV was so loud, all you could hear all day when I left and came back home was her watching the channel with the kid. I say, you letting the TV feed your daughter? And it's crazy because the man, he's a Moor, and he taught great. So I don't have my TV up. It's not feeding me. I go on social media and stuff, but I turn my phone off sometimes. Sometimes I just sit here. See how quiet it is? I just sit. I do this a lot. I meditate a lot. And sometimes I got to remember. That's why I say it's thankful for those women. Even my mother reminded me. She said, you could call me sometimes. But I told my mother, you didn't instill that in us. And then she's like, my nephew, her grandson, to call. I said, we never instilled that in us for us to call each other. So we got to start remembering everybody. Everybody different. None of us is the same. Your experience is not everybody else's experience. That's why I would say I want to guide you into your truth and what you know and challenge you. I don't tell you what to do. But I hope you thought about a lot of things I said. Have you treated somebody bad? Have you really gave African descendant women a chance? Have you really gave that one man a chance? Did you think about it, women? Come on, women. Did you really give that man a chance? The one that you call creepy. He bought you lunch. You didn't. Oh, he got you. But I don't want to be with him. But you want to be with the nigga that ain't do nothing for you. But you will call that one dude up to come shovel. But that now people. Before I end this, it's not about sex. But I use sex because you gave a man your pussy that won't even shovel for you. That's what I'm thinking. But then you go call me. Come on. Think about this is even this. Woman said, oh, I hate black men. Okay, and she's a black woman, quote unquote, African descendant man and woman. She's an African descendant woman. She hate African descendant men. Her tire broke down on a highway or what? She said African descendant men kept passing me. I said, miss, you already hate me. What would be the point if he helped you? Is that change your view? She said, no. I said, why did it matter then? I said, do you know you give off an aura? Just as when I tell women, I say, when the young lady was talking to me, she said, why they treat her that way? Why they do her better? I said, they don't treat her better and do her better. That's the persona she give off. That's the persona you give off. You don't. She didn't understand that. You give off that persona. And so I said, you got to carry yourself a certain way. I said, I can see it, but a lot of men don't have discernment. A lot of men is not spiritual. Just as a lot of women. There are some discerning women and spiritual women. And I don't believe in you being too much or over no. I don't think I'm being too much or I'm being too crazy in my mind that I can see these things that nobody else see. But I learned how to hone in my skill. When I was down in my spirituality, I honed it. It got better. So I'm actually thankful for that test, that trial that I did study that, but I already had the spirituality. I didn't just become spiritual when I was acting as a Christian because I didn't call myself a Christian. But I'm not one. I have no affiliation to any religion. No boundaries. Because I feel as what is for me, the Creator give, is for me. No one can't tell me. And that's how I look at you, women. I can't tell you what to do. But there are some symptoms of things, what you say and do, it's because of your own reasoning, your own beliefs. It's up to you. I didn't do that. But when you pointed at me, I'm going to say something. So I'll call us out. Start challenging and guiding to truth. Good moral, positive values and ethics. Things that's going to uplift us. If you're not Black Power, you're not Black Power. If you're not about us, you're not about us. So what? Okay, cool. You can be that. You don't have to, because everybody got a position. Just because I can go down and support the abortion march, that don't mean I'm for abortion. Or I didn't do nothing. I stayed in my lane. But when they needed my help, I went to go help. You see what I'm getting at? Just because I'm not in a relationship with an African Descendant woman, I don't hate them. I'm not going to hate all of them. I'm not going to hate any of them. I'm going to hate the ones that cause physical harm to the African Descendant children and babies. Yes. I don't give props to drug dealers. I don't give props to hoes that became rappers. Don't say I highlighted. I grew up listening to Will Smith. What you talking about? What you talking about? All rap was bad. I grew up listening to Will Smith, Rakim, KRS-One, Run DMC. I had every mixture of rap in my house, but we didn't grow. I grew up listening to it, but even some things weren't even allowed to listen to or watch. I came out okay. I can be as normal. I know that it take a man and a woman to make a child. I know if I make that choice, I know that was my decision. I know I'm accountable and responsible. I know there's a recourse. It's a recourse. If I make that decision, that action, it's got to come back around some way and somehow. So I know if I make a bad decision, that bad energy has to go somewhere. Don't disappear. Good decisions don't disappear. We may not see them, but all them good decisions I made, they came back to me. I remember times I don't get food stamps. I'm at the poverty level at one point. I'm doing better now. I couldn't get food stamps, what we call food stamp, SNAP, welfare benefits, assistance. I made over a certain dollar amount. But I know it was times when I was hungry and I didn't have much to eat. The goodness of the spirit and the energy. I remember the guy came in. I was doing security. I was hungry. And this was the grace of the Creator, or the energy that I put out. He gave me food. It wasn't because I asked him for it. It was because he knew I was hungry. He said, "Hey, I got some food. You want it?" I said, "Yes." And this is the funny part. This was it was a white guy. This happened with black guys, but I'm saying this is the part where this is why I don't say what I say. I don't treat them bad. I don't wake up in the morning and say, what white man I'm about to go mess with and call a hunk, well, whatever names. All the name I know is like pig and hunky and cracker. And some other worse names. I don't know the racial slurs. I know that one because I'm African descendant and I grew up watching things. If I didn't hear it, or I don't know it. I don't know it. I heard other things, but I don't repeat it because that's not in me. That's not the first thing I think. When I think of Middle Eastern people, that's not the first thing I think of. When I think of African Descendant woman, I don't. So, when I challenge you to, what are the 3 or 5 things you think of African Descendant men? Mine is not negative. Even my mother was a crackhead, drug dealer, and a stripper, prostitute, hoe. She allowed. I wouldn't think that's bad of women. Because I've seen enough women in my life, including my mother, that's not all African Descendant women. So why is it that I'm all African Descendant men?